What are you doing? You love the box. It might be a bit too shaggy. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Pixi again, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Pixi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you happen to be doing when you're watching this. Hope you're doing it fabulously and safely. And tonight, this is going to be a super awkward video because now I have to admit I have a problem. So, back a couple months ago, I know it was like cold weather, so it can't have been as like far back as October, but we thought we were getting a house, so what we were going to do to make our move easier was we were going to start packing up room by room, and that way we could move everything to the storage unit, and then when moving day came, if it wasn't a necessity, it would already be in boxes. Great theory, right? Well, the first room I started on was my office slash vanity, and that's literally the first room you walk into because it's originally supposed to be like a mudroom type situation, but my husband and I like converted it into my office and my vanity, and there's like a litter box in there for Buffy and Cotton, and then there's like a partial closet so Ronnie can put his work hats on top, and like I can hang some coats, so it's like slash mudroom slash vanity. So anyway, I packed up the majority of that room except for the vanity itself, but I had this cart and this shelf with makeup, and I was like, okay, we're moving in like a month, right? So I was like, my makeup will be fine. It's cold weather. It's not a climate controlled storage unit. Long story short, tonight, because it's getting warmer outside, he and I went to the storage unit and I got the makeup out. I didn't get every office box out. Office box, get it? Box office box. Okay, anyway. I got the majority of the office stuff out. I'm going to set up that room. I used to record in that room occasionally. My sewing room is still, it's also slash sewing room. My sewing machine is still in there too. But tonight I decided to go through the palettes, and the box number 1 is what we're going to call it. Just to see how much of a palette addict I am, because I'm pretty sure from my memory a couple months ago it had to be like no longer than November. Because I know it was after Halloween. And we're like, yep, we're moving, and the house fell through. Anyway, makeup's been in storage. Let's go through it. Let's reset up my vanity. This will be probably a series because this box alone, like I said, I do believe is mostly palettes. And it's heavy. And the other boxes are huge. If you saw my stories on Facebook or my Facebook post. Yeah, this is going to be awkward and embarrassing, so we'll drink for that one. There's 2 palettes I'm going to leave out because, like I said, I have a well, I didn't really say this. I take my palettes into this room now to do my makeup, since that room has been like a storage room now. So I kind of do what Life with Christine does. I grab a bunch of palettes. I'm going to use those this week, and then I'm going to cycle them out. But because we're going to re-experience what are in these boxes, I'm going to start over. But the only 2 palettes I'm going to leave out is the one I'm wearing tonight. This is the Cargo You Had Me at Aloha. It's a very neutral palette, but I'm not mad about it at all. But since I just used this one tonight, going for a more natural look, I do appreciate the Cargo palettes. They are super nice, cruelty-free, which is a big thing for me. This cute little hibiscus number right here. And there's the palette. I don't know if these are dupes or if Cargo does their own thing, but I've found them at outlets before and I have a whole collection of them. So since this is tonight's palette, we're gonna keep using that this week. And then the last palette I bought from Shop Miss A is gonna stay. It's rhyming night. Moonstone, and the only reason this is staying is because I haven't done a get ready with me to test this palette out. I did promise you guys I get GRWM with, like, yeah, words, I have them, but haven't even taken off the plastic shiny protectiveness. So we're still gonna do a get ready with me. So these are the only two palettes that are staying, and we are gonna start a fresh rotation just because I haven't visited these palettes in like 3 months. But yeah, I still have palettes. I never touched the vanity part. There are palettes in that. I have 3 drawers down the bottom and then like 1 drawer across. So I can still rotate palettes out, but I'm just, again, repeating yourself, Sarah, just get to it. So there's gonna be a lot of tissue paper on my floor because I wrapped these so meticulously that I'm sure there's like a ton of like just packaging that I was just scrambling thinking like, yes, we're moving, and it didn't happen. The first one on top is self-made, and this is also Shop Miss A, AOA Studios. Well, it says AO2, but I'm pretty sure that's their brand. These are 25 color or pigment palettes. I think I only used this once. So it's literally the exact same like brand and style as the Moonstone that you saw. So this is a keeper. I love these. If I haven't used some of these, losing my voice already. If I haven't used some of these palettes, I might include them in a giveaway, but if they are used or expired or broken or anything like that, we're going to toss them. But when it comes to the 12 and 24 month shelf life, I know a lot of people are very particular about this, but because I have so many palettes to get through, I can't justify throwing them away after 2 years. And plus, like, I don't have a calendar marking when I bought them. But I feel like if I'm using it on my face only, I don't lend out makeup. I don't let people touch my makeup. I am a germaphobe. I feel like it's safe unless it starts smelling weird or discoloring or it's broken. I'll toss it. But if I barely used it and it's only been used on my face, I'm keeping it. So sorry if that makes anybody angry. If you're curious about what I'm talking about, most palettes have this little trash can guy next to the bunny on the back and the recycle, and you can see that one says 12M. That means that's the shelf life. So this, I think, is mostly preference, and it's especially important that you don't end up with a, because they're not dated or stamped when they were made or processed, but manufacturers are supposed to dispose of palettes after that mark. I believe it's up to you because I've invested too much money and time. This is gonna be a long one, so I hope you got your drink. If you want to pause it, feel free. The next one is also from well, not also, this app does not exist anymore. It makes me so sad. This palette is from the Hush app, and they had their own makeup line, and it was super cheap, and if you logged in every day you got points, and then you could use your points towards discounts, kind of like a Shein for makeup before Shein. But this is the Elsa palette. So the last things I got from Hush, RIP Hush, I talked about in like the beginning of my channel because it like just ended when I started my YouTube. But this is the Elsa palette, not affiliated with Disney or Frozen. Don't come at me, Disney or Frozen. And it's just this beautiful pigmented palette, and I need to use it more, so this might be one of my picks. Beauty Creations is also cruelty free. I do believe Beauty Creations, when it's not part of Hush, I think they still exist. They're just a smaller brand. Paper, paper, paper. Okay. This is yet another one of the Shop Miss A palettes. There's a bunch of these. I tried to collect them all. I think this is the first or second one I got. This is Over the Rainbow. As you can see, it is rainbow. I did a GRWM with this one, and I will leave cards throughout this video. So that's definitely a keeper. It's probably not even a year old. But we're not going to talk about the age of the palettes. We're just going to talk about if I'm keeping it or not. So this one was a gift. This is my only Urban Decay item, to my knowledge. I mean, like if I got a random sample of a mascara, This was a gift. This is the Full Spectrum Urban Decay. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. So this is like, oh. My stepsister got me this and my stepmom for Christmas one year. So even if it's past its shelf life, I'm keeping it forever because, yes, they totally nailed it for Christmas that year. So you see darks, mattes, and then a little bit of pastel shimmers. I mean, just such... Oh, and if anything comes with a brush, I either toss it or I put it in my brush collection. But yes, this is a gorgeous palette. This is state. Watch me not get rid of anything. But yeah, I have this whole cart in the office slash sewing room slash mudroom slash vanity, and the cart had all my palette, like my big palettes lined up. Yet another AOA Studios, or AO2 or A2O, whatever that was, Immersed. Same idea. These are all 25. This has more shimmers in it. It's super pretty. Like all these, I'm looking at neutrals. Like, nice to know I can pull both off, I guess. But yeah, I like these shimmers. I like these mattes. These are just all whites and like a very light pink on the top. So yeah, I'm all nicely lined up on that little cart thing that I got from TJ Maxx, I believe. And this one is Nicole Miller, just called the Glitz eyeshadow palette. I went kind of crazy at outlets. I love Nicole Miller stuff. Some of her mascara was my favorite stuff, and I can't find it anymore. But this is just like a neutral palette with some blues, but they're shaped like stars. It's more about the aesthetic. It's super cute. I have used this before, but look at the little star shapes. But yeah, Nicole Miller is a really cool brand, and they didn't really, I don't even know if they exist anymore, so they really didn't get a lot of recognition. But I have quite a few for her, or their pieces. And surprise, I have them all, I think. Another one. Yeah. This one is Violet Star Blue. It's the same idea, but it has more purples and blues in it and a lot more neutrals. So these are just fun, basic palettes to play around with. If you want one palette, 25 colors, you know, you can blend and shade and do all the things. Yep, there's a pile of paper and a pile of freaking palettes. Okay. So this one is one of those generic, like, I want rainbow eyeshadow off Amazon, so no brand marking at all, but it's like this hard plastic case. This is like a starter set. If you type in rainbow eyeshadow on Amazon, excuse me, you're gonna run into these. Woo! And if you've been on Amazon looking for makeup, you know the type. I do like the fact that it's 2 trays, but these do not travel well. I've had to fix a couple of the colors, at least on this one, with rubbing alcohol. But if you want a starter kit, like, this is it. I think this is less than $20, and it has all these neons, every color of the rainbow. Some are marbled. They look really cool. They have like mixed colors. See the one in the middle? It's pressed. Yeah, that's rubbing alcohol. If you have a broken shadow and you're heartbroken over it, all you have to do is use a dropper. Add a couple of drops of rubbing alcohol, flatten it out again, put it back in the pan, let it dry overnight. Good as new. But yeah, I'm gonna think about this one because I don't know how old it is or if I'll reach for it again. Okay. I do believe this Amuse palette was also bought on Hush. I did like this, but there's so many palettes kind of like this. Again, it has the hard plastic case. This is called Matte and Shiny Amuse Cosmetics. I'm just trying to blow through this whole box. But see, I barely used it. I didn't even use those little thingies, but they get thrown away anyway. So this literally is matte and shiny. So it's side by sides of shiny and matte eyeshadows. And I think I've used it a couple times. There may even be a video of back in the day of me talking about it or doing a get ready with me. But it's cute. I think it's older than a year. But so many generic palettes like this, like when I was starting out. Okay. This is another Beauty Treats, the same as the Elsa palette. This is called Dawn to Dusk. And these palettes are a dime a dozen at like every store you go to. TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, you'll find these everywhere. This was, what did I pay for this? $5.99. So if you're starting out on makeup, you can go get decent palettes. This is all neutrals. So I might put this in my to use pile just to like get out of my comfort zone, because look at these pinks and purples at the top. Like this, some good color right there. There's a decent like matte black right here. So I'm gonna put this in the think about it pile because I just feel so guilty throwing away like so much eyeshadow. Paper. I loved this freaking palette. I love BH Cosmetics. I don't have enough of them. This is called Foil Eyes, and it is a straight up rainbow shimmer eyeshadow set. Here's the box. I got this at Kohl's for $16, but I know I got it on sale because Kohl's is crazy like that. If something's $16, it's probably actually $10. It has the hard plastic, so I know this is relatively new. I'm definitely going to keep it. I love the size of these pans. I love the ombre thing going on here. I love that yellow right there. I remember loving it, but yeah, these are all shimmers or foils, whatever you want to call them, because it's literally called Foil Eyes, but it's just such a pretty palette. And the pans are huge. Like I could take this for a weekend to Disney and just this and be fine with my makeup, like if we're staying on property or going on vacation. So this is a keeper. It's a good travel palette. But yeah, 16 bucks at Kohl's. Like I said, probably more on sale. I try not to spend too much money on palettes because I have a problem. So this one is, this is another outlet piece or outlet find. This is another Beauty Treats. There's a trend. I do gravitate to a lot of different, like certain brands that I trust because I've had their palettes before and I'm like, oh, there's a new one. This has the hard plastic with the clear cover. Again, nothing on the back, but Beauty Treats is cruelty free. This one is called Retro Daze, as in D-A-Z-E, and it's, of course, I buy the cheap rainbow palette so you don't have to. But this one is pretty new. I remember picking this up with Ronnie at like Ross or Marshall's, one of those like, he likes to take me out shopping when I'm sad days. So yes, I bought this as one of my pick-me-up retail therapies. I have used the palette, but I've not used these little things. These usually get thrown in the trash when they fall out. But if I didn't use it, I at least swatched it because there's fingerprints. But very pretty. Love Beauty Treats. And these are all budget except for like the Urban Decay, which was a gift. So if you need ideas of brands to look for, this is another one of those generic kits, but it's so cute. I'm just like attracted to these. I don't know, these all-in-one kits. I did like a, is it possible to get a whole face with the all-in-one gift sets? And you know what I'm talking about. If you shop for makeup around the holidays at Walgreens, Walmart, or Target, and maybe your 12-year-old niece wants to get into makeup and you see these and you're tempted. Because they're so much fun, okay? Like, everything slides open and it's just so convenient. This one isn't one of the ones that has like the drawers, but there's eyeshadows, lip glosses, blushes, whatever you use the white thing for, that's whatever. More lip glosses, and then yeah, these are just fun to have, especially if you're just playing around and you don't know what you like. They're cheap enough, but it's cute little drawer slidey things. Like, why is this one stuck? There we go. But they're just cute. Okay, they're just freaking adorable. And I did prove that you can do a whole look with one of these, but it's kind of difficult, but like, results not guaranteed. But you can do it. It's possible. Okay, now we're getting into some glitters paper. This was one of the last things I found at Hush as well. More beauty creations, surprise! I'm actually being reminded of how much beauty creations I actually have. This is called Splash of Glitter. And you can't really trust these types of palettes all the time because, oh, it still has the protective thingy on it. Sometimes when you get these glitter palettes, or even just a regular palette that includes a glitter, sometimes the glitter is superficial, but this one literally isn't. Look at that. It's amazing. Like, we're gonna do a swatchy swatch. Not superficial at all. And when I dip into it, if you know, you know, it didn't turn into a clear gel underneath it. Yeah. Good stuff right here. Yes, it's the flaky glitter. It's not too jelly, but then you don't want that either because there was another one that I tried. It was like Claire's or something, like decades ago probably. And it looked all pretty, and I got the angle with the photo for my Livejournal, and then once I started trying it, it turned into like literal clear gel. Like the first swipe was glitter and that was it, but this, not. If you can find Beauty Creations, their glitters are phenomenal. It's a whole rainbow of them. Like, let's keep talking about it. Yeah. Gorgeous. I'm not trying to glare at you, like blind you, but so good. Anyway, I'm keeping that. I am keeping glitter. And it's huge. Look at that. Okie dokie. We're getting into some more interesting things. Paper. Yeah, paper's interesting. This is Cherry Tree. CHREE. I'd never heard of this before, but it was like a flashback to my middle school days where we would buy color changing lipstick. This was $4.99, so I got it. It literally changes colors. Forgot all about this, and look, it's not melted. I think I got to my makeup and storage in the nick of time, but you have these colors, and what will they become? Let's pick this weird green shade right here. If you're as old as I am, oh, and they're called like latte, sugar, cream, cocoa, and chai, and they smell like wax lipstick. Oh, look at that. It's turning pink. So these are cute. I never used them. Bought them as a novelty. Maybe I'll wear them because, look, it's getting darker. That's fun. Okay. Set of 5 color changing flavored lipstick. Lipstick that is just to your mood while enhancing your natural lip color. Made with soothing aloe vera for soft lips. So I might stick one of these in my purse, you know, as a go-to lipstick if I'm driving around or something, because the aloe vera, yeah, and it was sealed until I swatched it. Now it's a good shade of pink, so, and I actually like wearing that color pink. That's another reason I wanted to get my makeup out, because I haven't been wearing lipstick because I have like 3 lipsticks. They're all in these boxes, so I can't wait to find them all. And we have another glitter. This might be what I'm talking about. This is another Beauty Treats, but this is their Glitter Galore Luxe collection. And these look more jelly, so I could be wrong, but I'm thinking this is the one. Look how shiny they are. So it looks pretty in the pan. And then it looks like that. Do you see what I mean? That's the kind of gel glitter I'm talking about. And that you get that. That blue, like that's all you get out of the pan, and then, which it could be good for an accent, but look at the first two, the greens compared to that blue. Total difference. So this might get tossed, but since I've only swatched it, I don't know if anybody wants this. It won't even be a giveaway. I'll just send it to you, like literally, because that versus that. If nobody wants it, I'm tossing it, because yeah, it's not really, you're not going to get the glitter payoff like it looks in the pan, but you could probably still make it work for like a hint of glitter, like by your eyebrows or something, or maybe in your hair, but we'll set that aside. Okay, what is this one? Another generic plastic casing, so your guess is as good as mine. Oh, see, this is another one. Like, this one doesn't have the second level, but it's the exact same thing. And this one is old. Like, that orange is totally panned. This is going in the trash because you just saw one that I have. Yeah. We're at 22 minutes, but we're almost at the bottom of this box. Paper. Paper. Let me just, like, get everything together. Okay, after all of that, at the bottom of this box was stuff that was on my vanity, like decorative stuff like my unicorn lamp and possibly my next art journal, because I've never used this notebook. So it's not very long though, but it could still be fun to make into an art journal. So yeah, the rest is like decorative stuff, and I think there's only 3 We got decorative, a Christmas thing. That had to be when I packed that room because there's a Charlie Brown Christmas thing that was on my vanity right here in this box. So I'm going to say November, December. This is a Paris Hilton never opened Diamond Lust lip gloss set. I paid $5 for it. It's called Sparkle Glam. I don't care. Don't come after my girl. I love me some PH. I love Paris. A lot of people gave her heat for this makeup line of hers, like saying she never signed off on it. They just slapped her freaking face on it. But my thing is, if I like the colors and it's cruelty free, I'm game. You know, like, look how cute these little sparkle lip glosses are. I hope they're not dried out though, because I haven't used them. And these are still sealed. Okay. This one looks a little bit iffy, but if it's dry, I'll toss it, obviously. It's not bad, the shimmery one. Let's see how it dries down, because I'll use these. But yeah, so keep. I might break them up since I've never used them and put them in giveaways, but yeah, say what you will about her, but bringing back that 2000s, but it's still around. Like, I see it at outlets all the time and I try not to buy it all. It's not really drying down, but it's still a good shade. Like, I would still wear that with all the glitter and things because, yeah. The second to last thing, which is the last palette, I have used this before. It's another Nicole Miller Vacay Everyday Eyeshadow Palette, and there we go. I actually like these colors because they're all shimmer. They might be a little neutral for my taste, but they are all shimmers. And there's the cheap brush it comes with. But look at this cute little, it's all about the details. And this little tassely guy. I have actually put this in my vacation bag because I like using it as a backup palette, so I can just reach in my vacation bag and grab it. But the colors are good. There goes the brush. But I do like this. There's no price because it probably had a slipcover. We're just going to toss that aside and wash that brush. But the very last thing is, I literally said I just bought these and never used it. So here's a $14, what was on sale? I think it says $11.99 because there's a yellow sticker over it. W7 is another cool brand. They are British based and cruelty free. I love their eyeshadow palettes. They do a lot of dupes, but this is the Dusty Beam Me Up collection. This is liquid highlighters that I'd never used. So hopefully they're not dried out because they're looking like they need to be shaken or something. But and they're in dropper form instead of like the little squeeze tube like this one, which I'm wearing. I am loving liquid highlighters, so I'm glad this is back in my life. So let's try this white one. It just says Illuminator. I can still hear it. And let's see. Okay, I can totally see myself using that, and it mixed in with the glitter. But that white shimmer is that awkward angle on my wrist. So yeah, I'm gonna actually pull these out and play around with them for my current selection, and then like week by week I might go through each box with you if you like this kind of video. There's like a mauve pink. Is that gonna help? Like very subtle, like blush pink almost, highlighter for that bottle. So yeah, that's fun. I totally forgot I had that. My bad. Yeah, like I said, the rest is like decorative stuff. I'm gonna keep this out, put it on like a shelf or something, so I know when I'm done with my current art journal, I can use this for something. But yeah, there's the first box of unpacking my storage unit to access my makeup again. If you enjoy this kind of thing, I am going to make it a series, but I would like to know your reactions down below. What you thought. Do you have this problem with palettes like I do? Have you used any of these brands like AOA, Shop Vacay, beauty creations. As always, I hope you're doing whatever you want that makes you happy and wearing whatever you want, because if other people are bothered by it and losing sleep, it does not affect you. The whole point of this channel is being yourself and doing whatever makes you happy. If you look in the mirror and you smile, that's a step towards doing what you're supposed to do. As long as it makes you smile and it's not hurting anybody else, I hope you keep doing it. I hope you stay fabulous, and I will talk to you in the next one. I love you so much. Bye. Awkward Pixie out. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Awkward Pixie out. Love you. Bye.